Erica. So this video is a little different from my other videos because it's not talking about a certain subject, it's talking about a story in my life. And it is for Samantha Signorle, who doesn't seem to believe the story. So I've told her that I would make a video for her explaining every little detail about what happened that day, so that maybe she'll believe me, and even show her the pictures. And Sam, here is one of the pictures from that day. See? It's me. Okay, this is the day I'm talking about. Okay. Well, Sam, and anyone that feels like watching this, this day was December 26, 2009, and it was probably one of the most life-changing days of my life. Okay, let's go from the beginning. So it was December 26, 2009, and, you know, it was a Christmas break, and I was just meeting up with all my friends again, and, I was really excited, and we decided we were going to go to the Port Jeff ice skating rink. And it was me, Sam D'Addario, Susanna Puglisi, Andrew Clay, Veronica Rossi, Josh Castro, Christian Vetter, Janie Rockcamp, Amanda Chiecco, Allie Haber, Jake Retto, and Donnie Bradshaw. So it was all of us, and we were going ice skating. And like I said before in a past video, back when it seemed like bad things were just kind of happening to me over and over again, like whenever I went out and stuff. But today I was really excited. It was just after Christmas, and I was in a really good mood. And so we decided to go to the ice skating rink, and I planned it all together. I was a little planner in the 8th grade, and I planned all the little things that we did. But anyways, by the way, sorry I look a bit ugly right now. I kind of rushed out of bed this morning. But, so when we get there, we're having a really good time, all of us. And, I've always been very paranoid since I was little. And as I got older, I learned to be more paranoid because of things that had happened to me. And I started noticing these group of girls. I guess there was about 10 of them, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, I'm not sure. And they were about our age. And were really trashy, like white trash, like bright blue eyeshadow. Oh, and this was in the 8th grade, too. Keep that in mind. Bright blue eyeshadow, like poofs, like sparkle glitter in their hair, and like the most ridiculous thing ever. So, we were ice skating, and I was ice skating with Veronica. I think we were holding hands. And, you know, at first I didn't really notice them because we were having such a good time, you know. Jake was whipping us around the ice skating rink, all of us, all the girls, and you know, we were just having a really good time. And as I'm skating with Veronica, I see 2 of the girls in front of me. They're holding hands too, and the one is like kind of looking back at me, like giving me a dirty look, and she's just staring at me, and she's right in front of me. She's staring at me, and I look at her, and I'm kind of just like, and I look at her like I'm looking back at her. Like back then, especially, I was extremely tough. And I was not one to back down to something, and like, I just looked back at her, and I was like, you know, like, why the hell are you staring at me, bitch? And I didn't say that, I said it in my mind. So then all of a sudden, she comes over to me, and starts getting in my face, and screaming at me, like, I swear to God, this is exactly how it happened. And I'm just like, what the hell? So now me and her are going back and forth, screaming at each other on this ice skating rink. And all of her friends come over, and then all of my friends come over, and we're just yelling at each other. Don't even remember what we were saying. I think she was just like, you have a problem with me? And I was just like, yeah, you stupid bitch. Like, you know, just going back and forth. And then I remember Susanna, I think it was Susanna, jumped in front of me and was kind of like, you know, this is stupid, let's just go. So she took me aside and, you know, whatever, flipped her off or something, and we skated away, and we went up to the guys, and they were like, you know, what the hell just happened? And, well, we were like, nothing. So then, just like 5 minutes later, again, me and Veronica were skating, and one of the stupid girl, I swear to God, this is like my grandpa having fun, she's skating, and she like gives me and Veronica like the finger, and then she falls flat on her butt. oh my god, it was like the funniest moment of my life. And me and her started laughing, and then that's kind of how the next fight started. So now they come up to me again, and I'm screaming again, and this time like Jake Retto like comes into my defense, and now it's like me, him against the one girl, and the three of us are just screaming at each other, like totally going at it on this ice skating rink with like these families and stuff. So then I was like, we separated again. I think we might have gotten in like one more fight after that. And I was like, you know what, guys, let's just leave. Let's get out of here. So my group of friends gets off the ice, and they follow us. And, you know, we're like, it's a little weird. And we get in another fight on the ground, you know, me and Jake against the girl. And, like, they just wouldn't leave it alone. And I actually remember I had my ice skates in my hands because I had just taken them off. And I take my ice skate and I go, do you really want to mess with me when I have an ice skate in my hand, bitch? And I just, like, what was I going to do? Like, slice with road? Like, it's just so funny to think back then what I had said. But, so we leave, we walk out, and they start following us. And, you know, it's cold out. You know, we're really cold. And some of the girls wanted to go to Starbucks. Oh, and keep in mind, no one was coming to my defense either but Jake, my savior, Jake Retto. And, so, hold on 1 second. So, we're walking, and they start following us, and we get another fight. Josh Castro throws $1 at one of the girls, like as if they were whores, because they did look like it. But we get in another fight, and Jake's, now this time, I'm just kind of like done, and like I'm getting a little weirded out, because these girls were like following us everywhere, and it was creepy. And Jake and her are yelling at each other, and Jake's telling her to back off me, and they're not letting it go. So as we're walking away, we go into Starbucks, and to make a long story short, this went on for a while. As we're leaving Starbucks, I remember I was holding hands with Janie, and I hear them screaming, the other girls chanting "fighter," as in me. And okay, I was just as small as I was in the 8th grade, if not smaller. You know, I was a small girl, and you know, so were they actually. They were small. But I'm not gonna, like, I'll scream, you know, I'll stick up for myself. I'm not gonna get in a fist fight with somebody. And we were all like, it was a narrow street, and it was like us, and then it was them. And somehow they kind of like worked their way in. And the leader, who had been starting with me the whole time, starts pulling my hair. And, like, you know, I'm just kind of, like, holding on tight to Janie's hand, and she's pulling it, and, it, like, on, like, the third pull, I remember saying, like, I swear to God, if she pulls my hair one more time, and she did, and I turn around, and I hit her, and then the next thing I knew, I was thrown up against a shop window, and all of the girls' friends are just like on top of me, like hitting my head, like pulling my hair in like all the different directions. And I wasn't even yelling or anything. I was just kind of like looking down, like covering my face so that I wouldn't get hit in the face. And then it feels like it lasted so long, but I guess in reality it was probably like 10 seconds because Jake and Josh and Donnie were pulling them all off me. And the second they all got off me, my friend grabbed me. I don't remember who it was because I was so out of it then. It was like a giant blur. And I started walking with them, and I wanted to cry so badly, but I didn't. I wouldn't give those dumb whores the satisfaction of crying. And my head hurt so bad because I kept getting hit against the glass, and they kept hitting my head. And I just remember me and Jake being covered in coffee. Love you, Lex! Being covered in coffee because one of the girls had coffee in her hands, and I guess threw it all over me and him. And I remember me and Allie were the last to get picked up. Her mom was driving us home. And we were sitting with a security guard because we were scared they were going to come back, and we didn't have anyone with us. And I remember we weren't really talking. I was just kind of sitting there. And I was kind of thinking, like, you know, I'm not as tough as I look, you know, as tough as I thought I was, that I can break and I can fall. And in my defense, it was like me against 10 other girls. But, you know, it is kind of like a wake-up call for you, like, okay, you know, this isn't really good. And I also kept thinking how no one came to my defense but Jake. He was the only one, you know. Christian, I hope you watch this, because you should be ashamed. He cried in the corner, cried while this was all going on, and then sent out a giant text saying that I got in a fight with someone. At least he didn't say I got beat up, because that would have been embarrassing. But, you know, and it just kind of, it's moments like that that really kind of make you see, you know, who really does have your back. And Jake completely had my back. And same with Josh and Donnie. They did too. And, you know, so not a great moment. I mean, I came home and I had to tell my family. My mom was crying, and then her and my aunt wanted to go back to Port Jeff that night and beat the shit out of those girls. They wanted to find them, and I wouldn't let them. And, so yes, Samantha. How long is this video? Oh my god, it's so long. Alright, I gotta end this because it's really long, but Samantha, this is for you.